Hello students, good morning to all. So in this microprocessor and microcontroller labs, in the previous session, we have discussed the programs of arithmetic logical operations on 16-bit data. That means we have discussed programs for addition and subtraction, logical or logical AND of the two 16-bit data. So in this session, I am going to discuss about the arithmetic operations on 32-bit data, that is addition of two 32-bit data, subtraction of two 32-bit data. After that we will discuss logical operations, that is logical or logical AND between the two 13-bit data. Okay, so first, so up till now we have discussed 1A, B, C. 1A is assembly language program for addition, subtraction, multiplication of two 16-bit number. B is the division of two 16-bit numbers. C is the logical program, that is logical OR and XOR on two 16-bit numbers. So this is the fourth program, that is the 1D. So here that program is write and execute an assembly language program for perform addition of two 16-bit numbers in 8086. So before going to discuss about this addition of two 16-bit numbers, we have to recall that in our 8086 microprocessor, we are having only 16-bit registers. All general purpose registers are used to store only 16-bit numbers. So we are not having the provision to store 32-bit number at a time. So whenever you want to go for addition of two 32-bit numbers, we have to divide this 32-bit number into two 16-bit. That means you can say that one 32-bit number is nothing but two words. That is lower word and upper word. One word is nothing but 16-bit. So here what we can do is, first we will see the algorithm. So I am going to discuss the program. In this type of programs, we are not going to initialize the data segments in the program itself. So I am going to write the data in our dash commands. That means we are going to store the data directly in particular memory program of a given offset address or of your desired offset address. Okay. So first we have to store the data of all the 232 bits, that is total 64 bit in the memory from the given offset address, and then we have to move that data in terms of byte or in terms of word into the registers, that is general purpose registers. Then we have to perform the operation, and then we have to store the data, result in again a memory location of our desired offset address. So first we will see the algorithm for addition of two 32-bit numbers. Then we will go for the what is the addition of 32-bit numbers and we will execute the program. So first we have to fix the offset address where we are going to store these 32-bit data numbers. So first we have to move the starting address of the offset of the data to be loaded in the memory to SA register. So first we are going to start storing the 32-bit data from an offset address. So what is the starting address? The starting address of that particular memory offset address is moved to the SA register. And in order to get the next data, immediately we can go for incrementing of the SI. So that's why we have to first step is move the offset address of the data to be loaded in memory to SA register. And as already I told that we are having only 16-bit registers, so that the first word, the first data, the lower word to be moved onto the AX register. Load the lower word of data 1 into AX register. Next, load the higher word of data 1 into BX register. Like that, each register is going to store the 16-bit data. So this completes the data 1, lower word and higher word, that is 32-bit data. And next, load the lower word of data 2 into CX register and load the higher word of data 2 into DX register. And now, for example, we are going to store this data. We are taking the data from the offset address 1000. So first data 1 is stored in 1001. As we know that in 8086 each memory location can store 8-bit data, that is 1 byte data. So this the word means 2 byte. So 1001 will store the first data, lower word data. 1002 and 1003 can store the higher word of data 2. Like that 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. And then add the lower word of data 1 and lower word of data 2 and store the result in particular consecutive memory location, that may be 1008. So for that, how we are going to add this lower word of data 1 data 2, that is add content of AX with the CX. So that we are going to get, and we are getting the result again. Add AX comma BX, we are getting the add AX comma CX, we will get the result in AX, and that content, that result will be moved to the consecutive memory location, that is 1008. Next 1008 and 1009, automatically it go to the 1008 and 1009. The similar way, next we have to add the contents of, that is add the higher word of data 1, higher word of data 2. That means we have to add the contents of BX and DX. That is add the higher word of data 1 and higher word of data 2 along with carry generated from lower word. While adding the lower words of the two data, if there is any carry, that should also be added. So for that we are writing that there is separate instruction called as ADC, which we have already discussed in our theory subject, ADC. So we have to add the higher word of data 1 and higher word of data 2 along with the carry generated from lower word if any, and store the result in consecutive memory location, that may be 1008, 1009, 1000A, 1000B. And if there is any carry, we have to represent that carry in a particular next memory location, that may be moved on to the particular AL register. So that we will see the program. So as already we know that we are going to assigning the logical code segment as code CS colon code. This is nothing but assembler directive, already we have discussed. Assume CS colon code. Here I am not using the DS colon data. Why? Because I am not going to initialize the data in the program itself. So this assigns a logical code segment CS for storing the code. So here code segment start, the starting address of the offset, the starting offset address that I have taken as the move SI comma 1000H. So from the given memory segment, from the starting address, that is 1000H onwards, I am going to store the data. So that is moved on to the AX, BX, CX, DX. So now what is the SI? In the SI we are having 1000. So whatever the data which is stored in 1000H offset address, that is moved on to the AX. So that is the 16-bit data, so that 1000H, 1001H will be moved on to the AX. Next 1002 and 1003, the data which is stored in 1002 and 1003 moved on to the BX. That means lower word is completed. So that is move BX comma SI plus 2. Already we have discussed this, called indexed addressing mode. In the first unit of microprocessor we have discussed about the different addressing modes. So these are nothing but indexed addressing modes. In the similar way, lower word of second data, higher word of second data. Then we are going to add the lower word of data 1, lower word of data 2, that is which are stored in AX and CX. So that we are going to add by using the instruction called add AX comma CX. And this result is actually stored in AX, and that we are going to move that in a memory of the consecutive memory, that is SI plus 8. But because each memory location can store only 8 bit, so we have to take the 2, SI plus 4, SI plus 4 automatically, SI plus 6, 7. So therefore, next consecutive address is SI plus 8. So whatever the result we are getting for the lower word addition, that is moved on to the SI plus 8, that may be 1008. Then I am going to initialize the accumulator, lower byte of accumulator is 00. Why? Because I am going to use this for storing the carry bit result, if there is any carry or not for final. So that's why I am initializing the accumulator with 00. Next I am going to add the higher byte of higher word of data 1 and data 2, which is stored in BX and DX. But if there is any carry generated from the lower word, that should be added. That's why I am using the special instruction called ADC. ADC BX comma DX. So that adds the higher word of data 1, higher word of data 2 along with the carry generated from lower word if any, and that result is moved to the next consecutive memory location. Now in order to inform whether carry generated from the 32-bit number, complete 32-bit number, I am going to use a loop. That loop is we are discussing in the branch instruction JNC skip. I am going to name it as a skip, loop name as skip. Jump if no carry skip. Increment AL. So that means if there is no carry generated from the addition of higher word, directly it is moved to the AL. The AL what is the content of AL? 0 0 is moved to the next consecutive memory location. That means there is no carry generated. If carry generated, jump if no carry, skip. If carry otherwise, increment AL. So if the carry generated, then AL content becomes, increment AL means it becomes 1. So that 0 1 is moved on to the next consecutive address 03. So this int 03h, it is used to come from the exit from the DOS command, DOS prompt. Next this code ends and end start. So this is the addition of two 32-bit numbers algorithm and program. The similar way, the same we are going to have the subtraction of two 32-bit numbers. Almost all are same except add will be replaced by the subtract. Add with carry will be replaced by the subtract with borrow. Here subtract the lower word of data 2 from lower word of data 1 and store the result in consecutive. In the similar way, subtract the higher word of data 2 from higher word of data along with borrow. So this is the only difference. So the instruction is also same. Program is same. Sub AX comma CX. Subtract the content of lower word of data 2 from the lower word of data 1. The similar way, same, subtract with borrow. This is for carry, whether there is a borrow or not. So this is the program algorithm and program for addition and subtraction of 32-bit numbers. Now we are going to see first, we are going to try to add to addition of 32-bit numbers practically and subtraction of 32-bit numbers practically. Then we will see the execution of this program using our DOS, using our MASM software. Okay, let will go for addition and subtraction of two 32-bit numbers practically. So we will see the addition of two 32-bit data practically. So here I have taken the two 32-bit numbers. One is AB12 FFE4. Another 32-bit number is FF24 ABE3. So now we are going to add this one. So as already I have told that this 32-bit number storage is not possible in our 8086 microprocessor, so that we have to perform separately lower word and higher word, which are 16-bit separately. So as per our instruction, the first lower word of data 1 is moved to the AX. And higher byte of this one is moved to BX. So this is CX. So now we are going to add the contents of both AX and CX by using add AX comma CX. So we are getting this result, which is nothing but ABC7. So initially the data is stored in a memory location with offset address 1000H. Here the first lower byte is moved to this one E4 FF, next 1 2 AB, next second data E3 AB 24 FF. So this is the actual data to be added. So first we have added the two lower bytes of data 1 and data 2. So we got the result as ABC7 with carry 1. So along with this carry we are adding here for the higher word addition. So that is AB12, and this is actually this is stored into the BX and this is DX. So we are using an instruction called ADC BX comma DX. So that result is stored into the SI plus 8. So whatever the result we got, that is actually AA37, this one. So this result is C7A AB, that is the lower word, higher word is 37A, and it is generated from carry. The carry is generated to next consecutive memory location, that is 100CH01. So this we are going to observe whether the result we are going to get by using MASM or not. So here we are using the two 32-bit numbers AB1 to FFE4, FF24, ABE3. These are stored in memory location whose address is stored in SI, and we are going to increment the SI, and by using our instructions we are storing the lower word of data 1 in AX, lower word of data 2 is CX, and we are adding that content. After getting the result, that is moved to the consecutive memory location, that is C7AB, and higher word, that is which are stored in BX and DX, that are added along with the carry generated from the lower word, and we got the result as AA37, that is stored in another consecutive memory location. The carry generated is stored in the 100CH. So now we are verifying whether that is correct or not by using our MASM program. So first we have to mount the C drive by using a function called mount C space C colon /. So now it is mounted as local directory in C. Then again C colon /. Then you have to change the create directory in the 8086 folder. Then go to the program. So I have already written the program and saved as 32add.asm. So we got the program which already I have explained, and this we have to save that, and I am going to exit for running the program. Then use the command masm 32add.asm. So no errors. Then we have to link the file, link 32add.obj. Then executing by using debug command, debug 32add.exe. Now here we have to enter the data in our memory location whose offset address is starting from 1000. Therefore I am using a command eds colon 1000. Then press enter. Then you have to enter the data. Just already we have done, just now we have seen a addition. The same data I am going to enter. That is the lower data, but the data 1 is AB1 to FFE4. Therefore lower that is 8-bit number is E4. Then press space bar FF, and again space bar 1 to AB. This is nothing but the first 32-bit number, that is AB1 to FFE4. Then again the next memory location you have to enter the second 32-bit number, that is FF24 ABE3, that is lower bit is E3 space AB, next 37, sorry, AB, okay, 37 some FF. So now we have to check the result. So now before checking that, you have to execute by using a command G. Then you have to get the result, and you have to ask the display the memory data segment. So DDS, the next memory location is colon 1008. Then so that is the answer. C7 AB 4A AA 01 is the carry. That is nothing but actually that is actually AA 4A AB C7 and with carry 01. So this is the addition of two 32-bit numbers. Now just hit Q, then exit. So now we'll see the 32-bit addition. Here also I am using the same data. So data 1 AB12 FFE4, data 2 FF24 AB3, which are stored here. The consecutive memory location 1000H2 1007H, that is E4 FF12 AB, that is AB12 FFE4, that is the first data. FF24 AB is the second data. Now we have to store the result here. First lower word subtraction, just already I have done. 0 minus 1, it is not possible, so you have to take the borrow, that means 1 0, that is 2 minus 1 1. So like that again borrow. I am getting the result as 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. So the answer is 5401. Similarly I got this one higher word subtraction. I got the result as ABE. Therefore 0 1 in 1008, 54 in 1009, 100 AH memory location EE, BH AB, and it generates some, it requires some carry or borrow out of its MSB. Therefore it is carry is stored in 100CH. Now we are going to verify whether this result is executing by using our MASM. We'll see. So again for that, go for mount C space C colon backlash, again C colon backlash CD 8086. So I have written the program already by using 32 sub dot ASM. So this is the program already written, which I have discussed through PPT. Now I am going to save the data. Exit. Then we have to execute by using the command masm 32 sub dot asm. So no errors. Then we have to link the file, link 32 sub dot obj, then debug 32 sub dot exe. Then we have to first enter the data. For that, eds space eds colon after address 1000, enter. Now we have to enter the data. So I am using the same data. For that you have to enter first E4 space bar, next 8-bit data FF next byte 1 2, next byte AB. So this is the first 32-bit number. Second byte number E3 AB 24 FF. So this is the, we have entered the two 32-bit numbers. Now we have to execute by using the command G. Then we have to see the result. DDS colon 1008. So that is the result what we have got, that is 0154 EEAB and borrow 01. So this is the execution of subtraction program. Then we have to quit and exit.